They signed up for glory, for honor, for their country. But what they walked into was hell. All Quiet on the Western Front is not your typical war film. It doesn't glorify battle. It doesn't care about strategy or patriotism. What it shows you is war as a machine, cold, silent, and merciless. We follow Paul Bäumer, a bright-eyed teenager who volunteers for the German army during World War I. He's full of pride and dreams. But from the moment he reaches the front, that innocence is stripped away. What begins as hope quickly decays into survival. And survival becomes routine. What moved me most wasn't the action, it was the silence. The film is quiet, uncomfortably quiet. And that's the point. The stillness before a bombardment. The shaking hands holding a photograph. The sound of a shovel scraping earth to bury a friend. Director Berger doesn't rely on spectacle, he relies on atmosphere, on dread. The cinematography is haunting. Wide shots of no man's land look like another planet, lifeless, broken, scarred. The palette is drained of color, grays, browns, and blood-red skies. You feel the cold, the hunger, the hopelessness. And then there's that score, those deep, industrial blasts of sound that hit like artillery in your chest. It's not music, it's war made audible. But beyond the visuals and sound, All Quiet on the Western Front is a film about betrayal, the betrayal of a generation by those in power. While soldiers die in trenches, generals argue over ego and lines on a map. Lives become statistics. Humanity becomes collateral. There's one moment I can't forget. Paul sitting in a muddy trench, holding a French soldier he just stabbed. The man's dying, and Paul is sobbing, begging him to stay alive. Not because he knows him, but because this war has made them the same. Just boys, trying to live through something no one should ever experience. By the time the final scene fades, you're not left with triumph. You're left with silence. A graveyard, an empty uniform, and the question, what was it all for? All Quiet on the Western Front doesn't just show war, it immerses you in its ugliness, its futility, its heartbreak. And long after the screen goes black, it lingers. Like a wound, like a whisper, like history repeating itself.